Lulu that we've seen lane very well into LeBlanc, so it's kind of a blocker until SKT committed on a mid laner, and now it's Orianna. You do kind of have the latitude.
Actually going to recall as well. Has to make that blue actually now. Bottom like Wolf in trouble. He'll force the burner. Shorter wants it. Flash orders, but can't get the kill now. Betty cutting back on the bangs. He needs a few more autos. Bang flashes in. That's first blood for SKT.
Insane amount of aggression already straight up including flash for an auto that was never going to kill. Caster's bot lane though.
No sums here, so they may have overstayed. Flash forward there. Wolf is going to be the target. There's damage back. Casa finally grabs the trade.
Big by Karsa, he still has that lead over something here before the 35-minute mark. They need to make things happen in the side lanes.
They go bang! Oh, no, he's backwards, and that Sorta going to root him down. Shot coming out from Benny. This should be a kill. Flash was with the outplay, forcing the fight, but here's Maple. Now onto Wolf, gets the chain down. So much damage. Second chain lands, and Flash was come alive.
SKT accept the losses. Bang with a very rare mechanical misplay.
Comes over aggressively, trying to posture. Maple in as well. Arrow hits Bang again, as Maple dives through the punch off from MMD, but Faker, 3-man took him out, but Bang gets exploded by Casa, and that's almost all the damage. Maple is going to move in now. Faker gets hooked by MMD. SKT fighting a 5v4 as best they can. Sorta takes a big chunk of damage. SKT looking to disengage
after using his E.
Maple in again. Peanut now going to be the one rooted up. Flash forward, but Maple lands another long-range chain. This goes over into the room of Casa. Flashes instantly. The Flash Wolf out for blood. Peanut dead.
Flash Wolf's aggression is really getting them advantages. Peanut thought he was safe, but
his Flash was collapsing. MMD coming in for the right-hand side. Maple is looking for the flank join. He's going to flash it out. Maple getting in there, but there's the death touch on. Bang does take out Sorta. SKT may have just defended Maple. Getting a quad. He's forced to flash the Sorta away, but Faker chasing in. Needs one more auto. Gets it now. MMD back with the blast code into SKT. Going to flash out of the way, but Faker going to keep chasing. Root call lands from Peanut. MMD, he's tanky, but it's not enough. There's SKT with the team fight.
And listen, that's their way of forcing you. Throw down Daisy in the mid lane, and you force the other team to come to you.
Shut down from Bang.
This fight was so much better from Bang. Had to flash defensively, straight into basically melee range of Akama, took her out, and then the target selection there, much cleaner. And you make that play at 27 minutes, and suddenly, Baron is a real objective.
Yeah, this is what we saw from the SKT draft. They needed to be able to withstand and not get starved out in vision by the Flash Wolves. Flash Wolves were hesitating for a second in the way they collapsed. They stick around a little bit too long in the mid lane and allow Bang to get out a lot of poke, so they're trying to get that initiation this time.
Bang ulted up again, but the shield should be able to keep him alive. He's got no other stuns, but Maple trying to do damage on the other side. Wildbird burnt on Wolf, but SKT just have too much strength here. MMD fighting in the middle, but Daisy's going to knock him up. Just too much here. The Redemption's going to heal him for a little while longer. Shield isn't enough to keep him alive. Peanut actually gets last hit credit, and now Bang just straightforward with the Lulu playing up.
And unless Flash Wolves
the result looks like it'll still say SKT 1-0.
They're not done, and Maple doesn't have his TP, so SKT are actually going to go for the Nexus turret here. Costa gets caught out. That's a kill again for Bang. Rooney loops forward, tries to find Betty, but Betty's going to kite back. Stands United, though, going to keep Bang himself alive, and he's just laying shots into the back. Ace in the whole block by Sorta. Faker forces the flash with the shockwave. Nexus turret number 2 down, as now the Nexus is exposed, and SKT in one fell swoop may well end this game. Maple polymorphed up, dead to Hooney, as Hooney now get wild growth up so they can finish the rest of the fight. Betty is tickling the tanks in the front line, and SKT just will not be stopped. Sorta trucked out into oblivion, and that's going to be game 1, SK Telecom.
It was over right when it started for SKT. As soon as they started pushing that mid lane down and committing to it with about 2.5 items onto Caitlyn, Flash Wolves was unable to mount the right answer. They seemed like they were in it because they were playing the side lanes and able to get a few kills on SKT, but that's the patience of SKT, knowing exactly when to pass.
And the history books will remember that SK Telecom won the first. Saw this matchup quite a lot right at the end of LCK as another option into the LeBlanc. I think every region kind of has a go-to pick. Even in Europe, you're seeing stuff like
Look early. Will need every ounce of combat stat he can get. And Faker has gone for that tier. His Casa been fished up there by Hooney. Damage coming in. This looks like first blood ignite. Is there? Goodbye, Casa.
MMD lost control of that top lane. Faker also controlling the mid lane.
Something can be done. Was on a recall as it build for the cover.
Something can be done.
Oh no, he can! On into Maple Chain. He's good with that force to fly. Whoops in here as well. It's a party in the mid lane, and Bang gets a second kill.
Yeah, when Faker draws the reinforcements, when you've got the stealth from the Twitch, this
Roach Drake, because Cassiopeia does a lot of damage to neutral objectives. No one is leaving their lanes for fear of dying, so an easy pickup there is MMD. Maybe going to get soloed here. Casa in the ignite, and the dot damage is enough. Hooney burns one down. Casa too late.
Well, if the last game looked close for
Faker grouped up to try and take it. Tara Flash was looking to trade, but the fish could stop it all. Betty eaten up by Sorta, but it actually gets a double knockoff as a result. First Tara finally down. Hooney just buying a bit of time. He gets taunted by MMD. Damage going to come out. There's the exhaust down. Going to get eaten by the big fish, perhaps. But Hardy leaping away and clears the wave as a result. Still moving through. Nimble fighter helping as he cuts through the medium wave. Hooney on a killing spree. Varus taking too many minions, and Hooney is going to try and execute. No, shut down barely. Timer not there.
How did Betty...
Well, it looks like someone snuck in. It is Caster into the top side. Taunt's going to land off the Hooney, but I'm not sure they've got enough damage. Fish does go wide there, so now he's going to have to Ocean Strike back to that minion. Flash forward from Caster. Ulti is going to miss despite the cancel. Playable Trickster away. One in the front. Stand United just to be sure. Caster gets the kill.
Getting Stand United.
Dashes over to the wall. Might be looking for an execute at this point. Needs to make it all the way to the fountain laser without getting tagged. Maple.
One spell.
Peanuts is lining up the last one. He's trying to trick. Oh, he finally got hit. Maple gives it up. He's like, all right, I'll fight you. Peanuts like, yep, I'll grab that one.
I actually see some pings over onto the...
They were walking into the entire Flashwolves team. They pushed him back. Look at this Baron drop.
Wolf's just going to zone them out of the way. The rest of the team finished it already dead before Flashwolves get anywhere close. And now SKT going to leap into action. Caster, ulti's away. Fake a flash. Ulti's just for the souls. Betty gets a nice chain out, but Peanut prompts the Ragnarok, goes straight into Betty as Wolf exhausts the Varus, and Maple just trying to keep them down. MMD will be the sacrifice. Faker grabs his first kill of this game.
And this is why SKT has low kill participation.
Manages to prevent his teammate from dying to Hooney, who is running a rampage here. 1v3 on this inhibitor. Might just try and take it and win them, but Betty's going to be the first target. Ignite is done. Betty burns the flash. Hooney does not care. Gets a 1v3 kill. Might get out or get another kill, but SKT, the rest of them now, a call to arms to reinforce. Caster dead to Wolf as he gets him with a Q. Sorta just melts under all the damage, and Faker leaps towards the fountain to barely miss getting Maple.
We have seen some crazy games this tournament. We have seen Peanut pick up 14 kills in 11 minutes, and still this game surprises me the most. Faker's performance, outstanding. They're looking to dive the fountain, you know, whatever, and end the game.
I mean, the first game ended pretty quickly. This one's going to be even faster. SKT going to take down yet another Nexus and push Flashwolves to the limit.
2 Barons in 2 games, and they end the game while they have the Baron. They're turning the corner on these victories so fast and decisively.
They turned the corner on game 1 with a smart team fight, Caitlyn living and putting out the damage. They turned this game on a level 1 trade in the mid lane, I think, to a great degree, and it snowballed further. They had to send so many resources, the Flashwolves, to even hope to stabilize the mid lane matchup. Predictably, the other lanes fell apart because they were funneling everything into mid lane.
A do-over on that one. It could also be another one of those situations where SKT is now up 2-0, so they want to save whatever reveal they would have for the next game. When they're up, they pick Orianna.
Faker just has to keep running. Bot lane's pushing. That's bad news.
Ezreal or Karma could collapse onto Faker. He is dead.
Maple wants to try and take it down, but Faker's going to buy as much time as he can. Faker still has a barrier. Might just hold a root call away, and first blood goes to Maple.
Oh, we've seen this story before. Mid lane
Vision is the big factor we talked about. The Flashwolves did have the advantage on very much in history as trading continues in bot lane. You imagine they're going to disengage, but here we go.
A little support or combo, but Betty tunked out on the other side. Caster, he's actually joined in now. Wolf going to get rooted and be forced to flash. Root caller goes a little wide, dashes to a minion. I think he's trying to get out of the way, but Caster taking too much damage. Bang gets a kill in a 2v3. Peanut going to join the party. Betty zooms out of the way. He's got his flash, forced to burn it there, but now Sorta took damage on the back end. No doubt.
Peanut, he has had plenty of kills, but not necessarily first blood.
Botlane just keeps fighting though. Bang and Wolf in another 2v2. Exhaust is down. Bang getting chunked, but they need to get a little further forward. Bang taking a little too much damage. Tries to flash out of the way, but Betty, oh my god, missing shot. Bang dodging it. The heal is up. Cast gets down, and Betty not gonna get it. Bang.
The outplay right there by Bang and Wolf.
Peanut to put the exclamation point as well. Seconds or so around the prize.
Exactly, the fatal damage could have come through in there. Carson.
He's getting burned down, already dies. Faker actually gets the kill. Shockwave gonna miss, that's a rare one, but MMD in there. Peanut also invading all the camp.
That's about all that has happened. Now Carson getting jumped on.
Bang, another ambush started up. RuPaul is gonna land for the stun. Moody though, keeping around for a kill. Bang's gonna get another one.
This is just SKT adding insult to injury right there. He got in there. You're wondering, where did he come from? It was push-up. Again, forcing the Arcane shift back. They manufacture fights.
Maple back in, but Faker here with the barrier flash and the shockwave. Maple gonna flash it. Really wants to go in, but Peanut into defend already. He'll get burnt. Peanut, huge damage, and Faker shuts it down with a dissonance.
ball location was the last thing you were thinking about when Faker had
It's such tremendous power spikes when compared to what the Galio and Lucian hit at level.
Flashes forward, Wildgrowth in there. Goodbye, Maple. There's your initiation, Jet.
Hey, we talked about getting next to someone in Lulu Wall thing. That's one way.
Somehow they're ridiculously far ahead. Bang again onto Betty, getting aggressive. Venom Cast goes in. Hicks helping out. Redemption might have been enough to save him. Not in range for the Contaminate, so Betty lives this time. Bang back on there, but he's frontlining with the Wild Growth on him. As Bang bursts the ultimate Maple though. Oh, the calling. He's not going to get not going to get blocked as Wolf takes a lot of damage on the other side. Bang looking to get sniped, but Betty does take out Wolf now. Bang going down. Flash roll. Signs of life finally.
all the time. A Rumble is pushing, but that's a play.
Got Wolf behind him as well. Betty already going to get taken down. Elan's over the top, and Wolf going to get himself a kill in the game. Betty turned into a critter. Betty autos the trinket, and Wolf.
That was like one of those games where you're behind a counter and trying to chase someone. SKT knows exactly how to play around it.
Bang at it again. Maple going to get ulted up as Bang just turns it on. Damage is more than enough.
Submarine plays have begun. Don't even need a Shen. Just the Orianna ball enough to launch him to take out SKTs. It's so little initiation.
Oh.
Speaking of initiation,
Two-man shockwave. Hooney flashes over. Walker at the top of it. Then it's going to go straight forward. Hooney does go down in the struggle. For the tower, they will get MMD flashes forward, looking for a follow-up, but has to get up pretty quickly.
Bang actually out of mana in an SKT style.
Well, they'll just take the Baron instead. They got more than enough damage for this on Castle. With a smite, might make it happen. It's already too late, though. Polymorph just for good measure. And SKT up 10,000 plus waves. Have to do something. Shockwave gonna threaten. MMD gonna look for a taunt. Gets three people. Maple gonna turn it back around. Faker low, but he doesn't go down yet with the shields. MMD ulti's back on the Maple, but the Shockwave's gonna seal MMD's fate. Hooney diving into the backline, trying to take a Carter as Pino grabs a double there with Maple going down. SKT gonna look to end it all.
That's both solo laners down for Flash Wolves. We talked about that timer. They're right on time.
Timer looking good so far, and SKT gonna look for this first Nexus turret. Second in a fall pretty soon here as they TB back in with Hooney. Daisy mounting his back opens up, and the swell of pressure has built into a wave that looks, the force of which looks to cleave Flash Wolves straight into. They will sweep the Flash Wolves, they will defend their MSI championship, and they will do what they have always done, achieve victory.
And also removing any doubt of someone maybe having an edge sometimes on SKT, because Flash Wolves were 4-2 against them coming into this. Some people were whispering, oh, maybe Flash Wolves is SKT's kryptonite. No, they are not they are not the kryptonite for SKT here. Total dominance in a 3-0.
David versus Goliath is so often the case when you take to the Rift against SK Telecom T1, and it feels like every tournament, every LCK match day, you need to anoint a new David because Goliath keeps rolling through every contender.
Thanks for watching. If you want more great content, be sure to hit that subscribe button.